Hello awesome people, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to well, that's not Software Inc. What am I talking about? This is Startup Panic. For some reason I've started Software Inc. in my head. Nothing to do with a new season or anything. No, gonna be honest here, I'm not sure when Software Inc. is gonna come back, but it will probably be sooner than later. As we're just doing some regional research here, we're going to talk about what we're going to do today and what happened last episode. So last episode, we had our first feature that we were not able to get a 10 out of 10. Actually, we had our first two features that we were not able to get a 10 out of 10. And I'm fine with that, he says, with a broken heart. But no, I'm honestly fine with that. I think we've come very far solo with getting 10s out of 10s for basically all the features that we were doing. The thing is, at some point you can't just do that at this point, and maybe if you're people that are better at the game than me, they will probably be able to do one or two more features with a 10 out of 10, maybe a little bit more, but at some point you just hit the wall and you can't just move on like that. You have to sort of accept that you're not going to get a 10 out of 10 unless you're going to hire people. And we're not going to do that. I decided that a few episodes ago already that even though the solo challenge is kind of done in a way. This is the last region, and then we have the entire Earth, of which only this one is not purple, which is our home region. Awesome, very good. But yeah, no, we have to sort of accept defeat in the sense that we're not going to get 10 out of 10s, but we're still going to try and do the features and make them as good as we can possibly. So I think that this is going to be the episode where we're probably going to do the last little bit of that. We've finished the map, as we can see here. We've got all the regions. We know the entire world now. Well, not the entire world, but we know how the map looks like and why we are losing market share. That's what we know. But what we'll do now is this episode we will still use to try and get the best features out there that we can. And then next episode, which is going to be the last episode of the season, we're going to do some feature building, but we're not going to care about the score, not as much at least, but we're going to try and get as far as possible. Probably that's going to be the last episode. Maybe if it's really fun and we're getting some good results, I might do another one. But probably that will be the end of it. But today we are still trying to get like good results. So let's see. I think we can do the check-in as well. I think we can do that to about a 9.5. So if we go to like, let's say 60%, usability also needs to be quite high. So let's say 30%. Let's actually start with this one and we'll see. It's probably not the right amount, but actually now that I'm thinking about it, if we get decent grades, we could just move on. Instead of getting from a 9.1 to a 9.3, we could just try and move on to get more features done. Hooray! Free publicity. I think that would be a thing that we could try and do as well. And the next episode we will do, basically we'll try and rush some features with at least a decent score. And then at the end of that we will retire. We have to still do some things to retire, but we will do some of the retirement stories and see if there's actually a video or whatever with that, or it just ends. I don't know. Oh, that's bad aesthetic. But it's still a 9 though. I'm fine with that. Actually, I'm fine with that. We can probably improve the aesthetic a little bit, but I'm fine with the 9. It's a very good grade still. It's making money for us. We're not gonna really bother that much. How many trade points do we have? We have 5. So if we get 2 more, we can get this one. Which is basically, if you look at it, and this is me, sort of giving myself a pat on the shoulder, is if we unlock this, we have every useful thing in there. Even though this is not useful for us, but we had to unlock it to get further into the tree that we need for a solo challenge, because this one only has to do with employees, so we don't really need that. So kind of we finished the yellow tree. I know it's not true. I'm trying to make myself feel better about the fact that we're not going to make that. How are you motivation wise? We're doing pretty good, so we can probably do another feature. Let's see. Aesthetic is not, yeah, I know there's that one that we just made. It's not very great. Reactions. Use the reactions and express your emotions in the best way possible. Probably technology and usability again. Probably a bit more mixed up though. So let's say 50, let's say 30, let's say 20, something like that. We'll see. Let's set a mark at like maybe an 8 or higher, and then if it's an 8 or higher, then we'll just move on to the next feature. I think that would be like a good thing to just try and get further into the trees in these last episodes. I think that's a good idea. As I'm actually speaking about the last episodes, I'm not sure yet what the next season will be, what the next series will be, what game. I'm thinking we will probably have a little bit of, I'm gonna say downtime. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's no videos coming, but there's not necessarily a full season coming. So we might do like a little let's try series. A 2.9. Oh, okay, we have to revise this. I'm sorry, we have to revise this. This is not gonna cut it. We're gonna take a small vacation first and then come back and revise it. But so there's probably gonna be a little bit downtime. And what I mean by that is we're gonna do probably some series that new research, personality analysis, awesome. But yeah, we're probably gonna do some series that are like let's try series, or maybe just one-off videos of games that I kind of want to play, but it's not like a full season worthy, or at least not now. Yes. Okay, apparently aesthetics are way more important on a reaction. So let's bump this down to like 40 and bump this up to with 10%. Let's see if that works. But yeah, that's probably what you can expect for now. I will be trying to do some work on like a couple of games that I want to try out. Software Inc. is one of them. Airport CEO is one of them. See if we can go back to a bigger season of one of those, and then mix it up, hopefully with a smaller season of another game, which I'm not sure about. But again, this is no promise. This is just me speaking my mind, speaking about what might happen. But there's no like it's not like this is what we're going to do. This is just me thinking out loud. If you have any other cool games that we could try and play, just let me know. I have a long list. I'll say that I have a long list of games that are being suggested by people that are interesting. I'll keep them on a list, and it's at least a 7. Let's move on. I just want to do. Oops. What's our motivation like? It's fine. It's not really fine, but let's try some video ads. Technology 30, usability 50, 20. Yeah, 20. And lots of aesthetic. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I have a list of games, which is quite long actually at this point. There are games on there that I've played and I want to play again. There are games on there that I've never played before. There are games on there that I have played before, but not on the channel. So they're completely new for the channel, but not for myself. And that list keeps expanding because people keep coming up with cool games that I want to try out. Oh, hello. There's the tobacco guy. But we're not interested in investors. Although we could like take an investor on the last sort of video and just take their money and then just close down the company. I think that's illegal, but you know, it's just a game. I would never do that in real life. Oh, we're actually not doing great. I wanna try better on this one because I feel like we can easily do better. So let's go away. But I also feel like we have to loosen up our values basically a little bit on what we want to achieve with these features. However, we're also getting closer to the 1 million mark, which is just nice to sort of get there. It would be nice. I'm not aiming for it necessarily, but it would be nice to get close to it. So let's see. Technology is 10, so we could probably bump that down by like 5%, maybe even more, but let's take 5%. Actually, we could probably take more off of it. So let's do this. See if that works out. And see if it's good enough at that point. No, just use a bug report, sorry. But yeah, So not sure what the next series will be yet. It's not going to be Startup Panic again. I'm going to say that for now. It might come back in the future. I'm not sure about that yet. It also depends on what you guys want to see, of course. I've enjoyed the 2 seasons of Startup Panic so far, so it's a cool game. I probably come back to it even if, you know, we're not playing it for the channel. But not straight away. I feel like we're, you know, there's some other stuff that I want to play first. I also want to sort of try some other games that are not necessarily like the games that we play. Just to try out some different... Oh, we actually improved quite a bit. That's good. But I want to try and... let's actually take a vacation. Because I feel like we kind of mess up sometimes because we're not 100 motivation. But yeah, I want to try some other stuff. And one of the things that I've bought like yesterday... is the Dark Pictures anthology. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right. The House of Ashes was released, I think it was yesterday, or maybe even, well, it doesn't really matter because you guys don't know when I'm recording this, but it was released very recently, and I watched some of those games on YouTube, people playing them on YouTube, parts of it, and it was really fun. It looked really cool. It's a type of game that you can just sit back and make a lot of decisions. It can be stressful. It's a bit people call them scary. I don't think they're really scary, to be honest. I just feel like it sort of depends on what you think is scary, to be really honest. I'm not sure how to divide this. Let's just go a little bit balanced. But yeah, I don't know if they're really scary. It depends on what you think is scary, I guess. But those could be very fun because they can... it's more of a story-driven thing, but it's also a big investment in a sense because they are story games. They are, I presume, quite long. So a couple of hours. So that would be like, let's say like 20 episodes, maybe something like that, maybe 15, which is a normal season of like Software Inc. or Airport CEO. Those are like around the 20 episodes mark, normally. So it's a big investment, but in a sense it's really fun to try and do. Okay, we can definitely do this better. So are we gonna go on vacation? Yes, we're gonna take a small vacation to the barber shop. But yeah, no, I think that would be a cool addition in some way. I've always meant this to be a variety channel, so you know, we're playing a lot of the same games just because I genuinely love these type of games, but also just because it is I think we could just bump this. What was it? It was at 40, so if we bump it back to 30 and then bump this one up, because apparently that one needs a lot more. I was kind of figuring that the targeted ads is more technology based. That's why I went more balanced than the normal ads ones, but you know, we'll see. But yeah, I just want to try some other stuff out as well, and that will also include some other maybe some other editing styles, but it always will be the goal of the video. We lost some of our features again. Oh my god. Oh, we actually lost some bad ones. Okay, we have to fix those though. After this one, we have to fix those. Our motivation luckily is still pretty high, so we can probably do that. Or at least one, and then go on vacation, do the other one, and then the last one is really easy to do. But yeah, the goal of the videos, and this is something I haven't explained necessarily a lot, but I know some of you guys know this. The goal of my videos is to sort of, the idea behind it is that what we're doing here is we have a 10 on aesthetic. We could probably take away some of the aesthetic to make it even better. But again, okay, we don't care. It's above a 7. Hip, don't feel. Oh, we're actually about to hit 1 million. Yeah, let's do other features. I'm just not feeling necessarily great about this, but not sure if we're gonna actually make a good feature here, but it's fine. We just have to revise it because it's bugged. But yeah, the goal behind my videos is sort of the idea that we're playing a game together. So that's why I'm always speaking my mind. I'm always sort of explaining what I'm doing. I do notice that, and this was definitely not meant to be, but it's sort of a side effect, that especially in Software Inc., people seem to almost sort of sometimes confuse some of my videos, my playthroughs, as a tutorial video, because I constantly am explaining why I'm doing things. Which is fine. If you're learning from it, then, you know, by all means, use it as a learning platform, whatever. But I also got some comments like a little while ago with people saying, the 9 is fine. With people saying, how's our motivation? Is it good enough to do this one? I don't think so. Actually, it's only free. No, it should be good enough. There we go. But yeah, I got some comments recently from someone who said, you know, I was watching this video and I was expecting you to explain something, but you didn't really explain it until the end of the episode. And I was like, yeah, it's not a tutorial, it's a playthrough. But it did make me realize that sometimes I can probably sound a bit tutorially in the way that I speak my mind. But it's the same thing when I talk about like this stuff, you know, when I'm explaining this thing, or when I'm explaining something that's happening in real life and just telling that story. Basically what I want is, when we're sitting here and I'm playing the game, I want the sort of the feeling that I got. We have over $1 million. That's not the feeling I got, but we have over $1 million. Cool. But yeah, it's the feeling I got when I was younger, when I was playing with some of my friends, and we would used to play together on one PC, and we would play certain games together. So for instance, this is gonna sound really old because I'm old. Although I was very young when I played this game, I have to point this out, but we played, I had one friend at primary school, and we used to, at his house, his brother had a game called Red Alert, Command & Conquer Red Alert. If you know this, you're probably a bit older. But yeah, if when that sort of when I went to play at his house, we would used to play that game together, and basically he would sit behind the PC and play the game, and I would sit next to him, and we would just talk and, you know, sort of play the game together, even though only one person had control over the game. Oh, we accepted it by accident. Well, it boosted our employees' motivation. Awesome. We don't have employees, but yeah, so we were playing together, and then at some moment we would just switch, and we would do it the other way around, so that we both got to play the game. But even though we were not in control, we were still kind of playing the game. And I did the same thing with other friends as well. So it kind of, in a fun way, we were just still playing games together, and that's kind of the feeling I want to go for, even though it's not possible in a way. Let's go for this feature and see what we can do here. Curator. Using this feature, the famous creator will be able to add the game to their probably technology again. These are all sort of a mixed bag. I don't know where to go from here, so I guess we don't need a lot of aesthetics, so let's actually go 40-40-20 and we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of the feeling I want to go for with my videos, that you're kind of sitting next to me virtually, and we're just kind of talk about the game and whatever, and I just kind of speak my mind, and hopefully that sort of gives you guys the feeling that you're kind of besides me and playing game with me instead of just watching me play. I know that it's a very difficult thing to do, but it also makes the videos quite genuine, I think. Now, people in the past have been saying to me, you know, why, if that's the thing what you want to try and get into the videos, why are you just not streaming on Twitch? And I do stream sometimes when I have the time and when I have a good like moment, like a good few hours that I can actually do that, which is a lot of fun, but it's different. Because on Twitch, you're not like 2-on-2. You're not the only... We actually got an 8 first try. I'm happy with that, to be honest. Let's get this one. And I feel like... Are we gonna do one more feature? I mean, no, I'm gonna send myself on vacation and we'll do the feature next episode. There we go. So yeah, let me finish my sentence. On Twitch, it's different because on Twitch you are there with a room full of people. Basically, it's not you and one person viewing; it's you and a lot of people viewing. And then all of these people can directly talk to you, and they're sort of all part of the game, right? Instead of just you and me basically in a video. That's kind of the feeling I want to go for. So it's a smaller way of doing it. In the videos on Twitch, it's like the bigger thing of doing it with a group of people. So that's hopefully it sort of explains what I mean by that. But that being said, this is the end of the episode. Next episode is going to be the last one of the season of Startup Panic, the second season of this game on the channel. And we're going to do a lot of feature hunting, like we did today, actually. We're going to do a lot of feature hunting, trying to get as many features as we can. And at the end, we will do a retirement session, for which we probably have to hire some people in the end, because there's just no retirements available for us by not hiring people. But we will just hire them and retire straight away, and just basically hiring them and firing them at the same day, which is not very what you want to do in real life, but you know, it's a game. So that being said, I hope you're still enjoying the series. As if you have, please make sure to leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. It helps out the channel massively. It's free, and you don't miss out on a single episode of for now and in the future, of course. And that being said, as always, I've been Hipbone, you've been yourself. Thanks for being awesome, and thanks for watching.